Hello everyone, welcome to an exciting video, as always, because that's the line that I normally use. I did a video very similar to this. I got Velcro stuck to my foot from yesterday's video, or whenever it was. This video was really popular when I did it a couple of years ago. It was before I got dual screens, I believe I first did a video like this, and then I very recently after that got dual screens. But it's going to be a little bit of handheld work in this video. I'm going to, hold the camera for lots of it. But basically, this is my setup. And as you can see, it's a bit messy. Now, this stuff here makes no difference. It's all little stuff that can be moved. I've got an envelope and, an apple and whatever. But it's just not happening for me right now. So as you guys can see, it's all a bit dodgy. We've got some tools over here left over from when I changed some plugs on some lights a little while ago. There's a flannel there. It's not been used. It's just a flannel. I don't know why. We have this toilet paper left over from when I had that horrible illness during Christmas, and I was just sitting here, just vegetating on Netflix, and just my nose was streaming like a waterfall. Don't know if you guys needed to know that, but anyway. Here is the setup. It's kind of a mess, and when I say kind of a mess, it really is a mess. It's all wonky, it's not nice, it's all messed up. A lot of my USB leads and stuff are really messed up and not where I want them to be because I've changed them really quickly for some reason, and I have enough nice computer gear to make a nice setup. Now, as you guys can probably tell from the video, this iMac looks as if it's just been stuck on the side of the setup. And it's been here for a couple of months now, I believe. I basically had it there for a little while because I was experimenting with it. And I am going to make some videos on it again. I made a video when I first got it, just, showing you around OS 10.2 server or whatever it had on it. But yeah, for when I've got a little bit of a loose end, I can make some videos on the iMac. But at the moment, I don't have time to make videos on the iMac because I've got so many other videos that I want to make. I've been doing a lot to my G3, as you guys know. That thing is pretty much a powerhouse right now, considering its age. And of course, we need to get this G4 up and rolling and sorted for the PowerPC Challenge. So, I'm not going to be doing much more talking, even though the whole video is going to be talking, but I'm going to start doing something in a minute. My whole room is a little bit of a mess. It's not too bad, but basically what I'm going to do is sort the desk out first, create as much mess in the room as I want. I'm just going to get a lovely looking desk set up, and then I'm going to tidy my room, and I will feel awesome about it. Now, quick little update as to what's going to happen on my setup. The iMac is going because it's in the way. That's the first thing. I've had to sort of shift everything over slightly, as you can see, and it's not very nice. So I'm going to get my dual screens back centralised. The G3 will probably stay there, but I want to get the MDD up out of there and onto the desk where my Mac Pro used to be, right there, facing this way, creating a lovely little barrier. I used to like having free space here where the iMac is and then a nice little barrier here. It worked really well, and then it'll give me a chance to sort some of that crap out over there. The Mac Pro will be staying there for now. Because it fits well there. It's kind of a lump to put anywhere else, and I like the look of the Power Macs on the desk. I want my G4 on my G3 on my setup. Now then, you may be thinking, hang on a sec, that's 3 computers and I've only got a dual KVM switch. Well guys, as you know, I sold my X1900 graphics card from my Mac Pro on eBay, and I've got a few more computer bits and bobs to sell. My power supply, my Cooler Master Silent Pro M, or whatever it's called, 700 watt power supply, is something that'll be going on next, as well as some other bits and bobs. I'll probably put my 6870 Hawk on eBay, and with the money that I get from those things, I will purchase some new things for my desk setup, which I haven't thought about a lot, but they will include some monitorizers. I want to rise my monitors up to hopefully help with my bad neck situation, because it's very easy to sit on the computer for anywhere between 4 to 10 hours when you're a complete geek, and you can sit there and you edit a video and you get into something, or you play a little bit of a game or whatever. It's really easy to just sit there. So I want to get some monitorizers. I also want to get at least a 3-way KVM switch, but they're extremely expensive. But I want to switch between 3, if not 4 computers, because I love computers. I'm a geek. This channel's about geekiness and general other stuff, and I want a bigger KVM switch. Also, I want to get a tiny little USB mixer, couple of channels, a couple of mono channels, couple of stereo channels. I want to get a clip-on extendy boom mic, and I want to get my studio condenser floating above the setup, because I want to start doing much more professional videos like I used to do. I did the Doom 64 review and stuff, and the Super Nintendo Game Boy Player review back in the day. The editing is a bit cheesy, but basically I want to start doing some professional videos like that again, because when the PowerPC challenge happens, it's not going to be a video like this. I'm not going to be standing here like a lemon. I'm literally going to be doing it as pro as I can, because I want it to be a really good series. It's not going to lose its natural colour charm. It's not going to be all, complete new YouTube channel bollocks. It's just going to be really cool and hopefully extremely informative. So yeah, some monitorizers, a better KVM switch with more channels, a USB mixer that I can use for an interface to use normal XLR microphones, because my Blue Snowball completely died and I just don't really like USB microphones. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I want to get my MDD, G3 and Mac Pro working on the same setup. Obviously the Mac Pro will be replaced by the Hackintosh within the next 3 months or something like that, 3 or 4 months. The Mac Pro will be going upstairs into the studio, and I'll have a Hackintosh on this setup. Then I'm not sure if I'll have the Hackintosh on the desk and the G3 down there or something, not too sure, but I've got plans for these 3 computers to be on my setup, that one being the Hackintosh, sort of all at the same time. But anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mount you on the tripod, and I'm going to sort out this mess and just put a load of stuff onto my bed out of the way. We'll get the iMac out of the way, and then I think we're on the home stretch. So I've got you an overall angle of the desk there, guys. Basically, want to get the iMac out of here. As you guys probably know, I go through phases of having, random computers on my setup and stuff. But it's taking up a socket, I'm not using it, and I want to save the experimentation. Oop, the mouse is still connected. I want to save the experimentation for another time. Oh gosh, this is heavy. So yeah, as you can probably already tell, having the iMac out of there has made a world of difference. Wow, now I need to clean up a lot of this stuff. It's all pretty grubby and stuff, but as you can see, the whole setup is shifted towards one side of the desk. Got a lot of free space there, which is cool. It's going to be very cool doing this. But anyway, let's carry on. Got some tools here from when I replaced some plugs on my lights. And one of the things that takes up a lot of space is all these random little coins. I need to start actually putting them into my money box. It's just a discipline thing, obviously. But getting all these out of the way. We're only doing the main desk right now, so that's the only crucial stuff. We have here a AV multi-lead for a something or other, Dreamcast probably, because I have my Dreamcast connected to this setup for a little bit of time, because I've also got my projector hooked up to this setup as well now, which is really cool, on the spare output on the little SCART adapter thing that I've got. That is very cool. But yeah, my setup just could really do with a little bit of a clean up. I've got bits of cable and stuff everywhere that I've chopped off when changing plugs and stuff. It's pretty awful. So I'm just going to shift a lot of this stuff out of the way in general. Keep my phone in my pocket, otherwise I'll lose track of it. Oh yeah. Gotta treat yourself sometimes, guys, it's very important. But I always forget how nice this desk is. When I think about it, it's big, it's really spacious, and the thing that gets me down about it is the fact that I don't look after it. I don't keep a nice setup going, everything's always a mess, so I'm gonna try and keep everything really nice. When I get some monitorizers, get everything sorted, nice KVM, I'll feel much more, inclined to keep it really nice. A lot of people have asked about this camcorder. This is my friend Jack's camcorder that I borrowed for a bit. I was going to do some multi-angle studio stuff, and I still may do it, you know, but it's just a little bit of effort and I haven't had the time. Something really cool back here actually are the drivers for my Sony headphones. I kept the drivers because I thought we could plug them into a big PA amp and have some fun blowing them up, which would be cool. And of course the downside is I don't clean up after myself after changing plugs and stuff, so of course I walk around my room and I get various bits of copper wire and stuff stuck in my feet, so that's a pain. But yeah, this is all looking fairly not bad. This is all looking okay. I might try and get my eyesight mounted in the middle of my monitors again. We'll see how that goes. Probably be with gaffer tape again because I've only got the flat mount, but I may stack something up behind the monitors to mount the eyesight. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is get a little bit of a cloth, and I'm going to move my keyboard and stuff out of the way actually, and we are going to have a proper scrub of the desk. So I'll unplug my keyboard. Now it's not going to be one of those classic situations where I literally remove every component from the desk. I was looking for that the other day. Fantastic. But I am going to have a little bit of a scrub because it is needed. You know, because I eat here, I do a lot of things here. It's getting a little bit messed up. And as you guys can probably tell from the fact that I'm making this video, it's actually getting me down a little bit. So the important thing is here is to simply sort all this out. The cables are looking quite bad down the back, but yeah, I'm going to get a cloth, I'm going to get some spray, and we're going to sort out the desk, and it's going to be really nice, hopefully. I have indeed returned, guys, with a nice rag and some Dettol surface cleaner. So, without further ado, actually, first off, before doing that, I've just noticed, well, I haven't just noticed, I've just thought that I've got lots of little bits here, and I can actually gather them together to form a pile, and that will stop my cloth from getting so disgusting. There we go. If I have a hoover after this as well, then yeah, I'll just brush onto the floor, have a hoover after this, and I'm sorted. Now, something interesting about my desk, I'll show you closer later, because you might not be able to see it on the camera, but where I track my mouse, the desk is extremely worn out. So I might start using some kind of mouse pad or something, because it is a rough tracking surface. I'm not too sure what to do about that, actually. But yeah, so a bit of a spray, and a bit of a wipe down, because this is pretty important. Now, of course, ideally, I should really be taking off these monitors and actually, you know, cleaning properly, but this will do for now, because I've got lots of other improvements I want to do to my desk, you know, with the risers and stuff. I better take them off then, so that'll be good. It's always nice to have a bit of a clean. I don't do it enough on my desk setup, just because I use it so much. The computer's always doing something, so powering it down to have a clean and a fiddle with the setup isn't something that I tend to do. But you know, it should be done, I guess. I'll do the monitor stands as well, actually, because they get surprising. They get really surprising. See, it starts to look better straight away, guys. Without any hesitation, this looks a lot better. Okay, so let's shove this over here for now. Turn her that way. And there's some kind of liquid back here. I've probably spilled something, knowing me. But yeah, that's fine. Throw that speaker back there for now, and there seems to be a big patch of liquid there. I believe I have spilled something. It's just like a sticky patch, as if Coke or something has made it go sticky. But nothing that I can't sort out with a little bit of scrubbing. Hopefully. nice. It's amazing how much grime you get off this kind of thing. And if you guys think this is fairly disgusting, I wouldn't blame you. However, it might be worth taking a look at your setups at home if you don't change them around that often, just to see what kind of state they're in. Because this is fairly awful. Well, there's still a patch of whatever it is on that desk, which is interesting. But there's nothing much we can do at the moment. Anyway, well guys, that's everything back centralised. You know, the main components are back centralised, you know, where I believe I want them. So what I'm going to actually do now is boot up the machine and use it for 5 minutes, see if that's exactly where I want everything. Now I know this sounds a bit bizarre, but it does make sense because it is fairly important to have stuff where you want it if you're going to be there for a long time. Now, I really want my monitor risers. It's, you know, it's getting essential now. It's going to really improve my setup, but that is a lot cleaner looking, in my opinion. You know, obviously I need to put my stuff back over there and whatnot, but yeah, it does look pretty good in my opinion. Now, I'm going to give it a quick bash, and I'll let you know what I think. Well folks, I think it's safe to say that the natural light is definitely running out. However, I've sat down using my setup for a little bit and I absolutely love it. Now there's only one issue, the speakers. Now I've been putting up with the speakers, I've been putting up with the speakers lying underneath my monitors for a long time. And to be perfectly honest, it sounds pretty terrible. These speakers are very directional, especially the tweeters, the high frequency tweeters in these speakers. So if I place them like this, it sounds a lot better, but it's very stereo because my head is sort of here. It's very stereo, which is kind of nice. It's a bit like wearing headphones with that weird virtualization setting on them or whatever. The only thing is, I don't really like the look of it, so what I'm probably going to do for now is put the speakers back where they were, because especially this one looks kind of stupid, just placed by the G3 there. Not really sure if that's the kind of look I'm going for. I do have stands for them to raise them up. Not sure if that'll make them look better or worse. It may indeed make them look better, so what I might do is dig out the stands and see what they look like with the stands back on them. But anyway, yeah, it's not looking too bad. I'm looking at it on the camera. It's not looking too bad at all. It's a nice looking setup. So I'm going to do a little bit more tidying up. I'm going to get some stuff sorted. I'm going to give the top of my G3 a little bit of a clean, and we'll go from there. So guys, the setup's really getting there now. I put the stands back on my speakers. I like the look of it a lot. That's why the screwdriver's there. So it's nice to have the stands back on the speakers. Another thing is, I am in the process of hooking up my 750GB Western Digital hard drive to my Power Mac G3 that's sitting right there. To cut a long story short then, basically my MacBook Pro, my college MacBook Pro, the 17-inch Core i7 MacBook Pro I had, its backup is on here, and this is going to get a lot of storage in it until I build my server. It's going to be a little temporary server again. I need to buy a gigabit card for it. But yeah, I'm basically going to just make a backup of this to here, and then I can use this for random storage. There's going to be a lot of videos coming up about storage, guys. I'm going to sort out, you know, some of my externals and stuff and just get things happening a little bit better around here as far as storage goes, because I think I've found out a way to do it. I've moved my router up here. In the back we've got 3 connections. We've got Mac Pro G3 and the Ethernet plug for the Powerline Ethernet thing that we use for this house, which is how my parents get nice speedy internet downstairs instead of some crappy Wi-Fi signal. When the MDD's sitting there, I'll have another Ethernet hooked up. Actually, they can go in port 4. I'll have Ethernet hooked up because I've got my ports in order of priority. Yeah, but you know, I do a lot more intensive stuff online than they do, so it makes sense really. Other things for me left to do then are basically, obviously clean up the rest of the desk. But as far as the setup goes, I need to sort out some of this video stuff back there. It's all disconnected and stuff at the moment. As you can probably tell from up here, I don't have my GameCube on my setup at the moment. I think this is a wise decision, but I may put it back. I'm not too sure. Anyway, I've got to finish hooking up the hard drive. I've got to get a firewire cable from up the studio to do so. And yeah, it's not coming too badly. Time is ticking, I've got work tonight, so hopefully we'll get it sorted. And all the build-up of traffic outside, guys, is due to the fact that we have traffic lights sitting right there. So yeah, the gas main is coming through. So finally my little stuck out in the sticks village is going to be getting gas. So that's fairly interesting. But anyway, I'm just going to carry on doing this, and I'll update you when I've got something substantial to update you with. Well, guys, my setup has all of the essentials on it, and it is looking extremely clean. I'm very pleased with this. I've got my iPods here for a change. I thought, why not? There's space for them on the desk, and the nearest USB ports were indeed there, as you can see on my monitor. So I plugged them in there. I have nothing connected via composite video at the moment. But the adapter's there and ready. It's used on this monitor. The G3 is connected via VGA on this monitor and the KVM to this monitor. So the G3 dual screens. I haven't managed to get the MDD up here yet. I've just been doing this, and I've got my eyesight up there. Now I've double-sided taped it to the top, and it looks fairly damn good. Now let me get photo booth. Oh damn. Let me just get a photo booth up to show you the angle. And as you can see, I'm looking pretty good. So I'm all set up for my live streaming again, which is nice. I wouldn't really want to get anything better than the iSight camera because I don't have quick enough upload speed to upload anything that quick anyway, with a high resolution. So yeah, I've got some hard drives and stuff up there. Everything's looking pretty basic. Well, I've got one hard drive and my router. Yeah, this down here needs a little bit of attention, but that can all be sorted in the future. Ooh, check this out. This is the stand for my SD card reader. I also need that on the setup, so maybe that can join the iPods as well. We'll take a look in a minute, but first I'm going to tidy up a little bit of my room so that I can actually get into my own bed tonight when I come back from work. Another quick update, everyone. The desk as a whole is now complete. We have this part here, which is looking good. Still a bit cluttered in the corner there. Well, I say a bit, it's very cluttered, but I kind of know where everything is. I know what everything's doing there. Really need to start making my coffee in this. But yeah, this is how it goes. Now here I've got my 750 gig external hard drive. Normally lives in my bag. It's just sitting there for now. We have my diary and some CDs and stuff that are just there that need to be ripped, or I've borrowed them from someone or whatever. Plan is to have an A4 stack here, a couple of layers, those plastic things that they have on desks, to put, to organise your A4 stuff. Only reason I want that is because I am keeping track of all of my documents and stuff like that now, because I'm technically self-employed. It's a little bit tricky for me to keep my head on top of everything and that, and I earn my money in so different ways that I'm going to have to use a combination of electronic documentation and actual documentation. I have one of those expanding files down there, but I'm going to probably keep that for just simple things. It's a little bit hard for me at the moment because, I'm kind of out there. I've been thrown in at the deep end and stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna get one of those to organize my sheets and stuff, so that should really help. Join me in a minute for the last update, I guess, guys. This has been an extremely successful little video idea. Well, everyone, it's a day later and I've just finished editing this video, but I forgot to record an outro clip. So I'd just like to tell everyone that I've edited this video. I've got out, I've done loads of stuff with this setup already, and I absolutely love it. Yeah, so everything's working out great. SD card reader's really nice there, docked in. All my USBs are sorted, like plugged in the bottom of the monitor here and stuff. Now, once I get monitorizers, I will tidy up that cable mess back there. I'm thinking of changing out what keyboard I use. Hear more about that in the future. I'm just not liking my Apple keyboard at the moment. And yeah, everything's going great. I'm going to make a little Amazon basket of all the stuff I need to order. So hopefully here I'll have my, paper stack thing like I was on about. Around here somewhere I'll have a tiny little USB mixer, and I'll have a clip-on boom arm, or I'll clip it on back there or something would make more sense. It'll come over here and it'll have my studio condenser just floating so that I can do some recordings and stuff. And of course my monitorizers. Things like a new KVM switch will have to wait because it's a lot more expensive. But yeah, I'm really happy with this, guys. I'm going to sell some more stuff, like I was saying in the first part of the video, to earn money to improve my setup. So I'm absolutely loving this. It's really nice. I'm happy with everything. So thank you very much for sitting through this almost half an hour video if you got to the end. It's a little bit like a very expanded tour of a Geek's Desk video, so it's pretty cool, I think. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and please stay tuned for my next video, which will probably be the installation of Tiger and the benchmarking for that SSD sitting in that ancient Mac. So guys, thank you very much.